Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thanks once again for your support and welcome back to Heroes of My City. I know it's been a little minute, been a little busy, but we're back with a very special one. For those who know who we're sitting with, as you can see her already, I know you're excited. For those who have not had the pleasure of speaking or meeting who we're sitting with, you're in for a treat. We are sitting with the 1997 Miss Florida Basketball Player of the Year, and at that time, I believe the only one to receive that award in Broward County history. At Ely High School, by the way, for those who didn't know, the only female athlete to have her jersey retired up in the Raptors at Ely High School. Edward Waters graduate, professional basketball player, philanthropist, paraeducator, the founder of the Latoya Jordan Jumpstart Scholarship Program. And I'm privileged, I'm honored to be able to say that I'm sitting down with Pompano's finest. You know, people always say when the world had Michael Jordan, Pompano had Latoya Jordan. So I'm honored to be able to present this to everybody today. And I'm talking too much because I'm so excited already. But allow me to introduce you to Miss Latoya Jordan.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Walker. Thank you for having me.
Mr. Walker. She loves saying Mr. Walker.
Just out of respect, y'all. But I'll say Bubba now, so I'm going to get comfortable. But thank you for having me, and look forward to a great interview. So I thank you.
So with that being said, I know I kind of said a mouthful, but I'm going to give you a chance to introduce yourself.
Well, like Bubba said, my name is Latoya Jordan. I'm a native of Pompano Beach, Florida. I'm now reside in Jacksonville, Florida. I work for the Duval County School Board as a paraeducator, special needs. I also used to coach basketball, middle school, as well as track and field. And from there, I just decided to, just work on a couple projects in the back. Scenes where I just come back and help the community. Pompano Beach is that community that I want to give back to. And one of my foundations is the Latoya Jordan Jumpstart Scholarship. And I've been doing it for 6 years now. And I'm going to continue to do it until, the last breath. And when I stop, I have things in place where it will keep going. And I'm also working on other things that will later be revealed.
Now you mentioned the Latoya Jordan Jumpstart Scholarship Program. Can we elaborate a little bit on exactly who it's for and what it's about and what kind of inspired you to get that going?
When I was playing at Blanchard Ely High School, I was a senior. Even though I had a full ride scholarship, the city of Pompano Beach still gave back to me just to put money in my pocket to get started with the necessities that I needed in school that take the burden off my mom and dad and my grandma, stuff like that. Even though I had that help, but it was a privilege that they did that for me. So I always told myself once I get established and I can give back in any kind of way. And I just said that's what I want to do. I always had that idea, that passion of giving back, and I just didn't know when until like 6 years ago. And I prayed about it, and God said, "This is what I want you to do." So, and what that scholarship does is for the women's basketball to give back, to shed light on women. No disrespect to the gender of men, but women need the little light that we can shine for basketball. And not only that, my future is to not just stop with basketball, but women's sports. So, and then it will branch out to other schools. It can be, it's not just going to stop at Blanchard High School. Okay. So my future is, it starts there. It's going to continue there, but I want to also branch out to all female student athletes. in Broward County.
Okay. And you said multiple sports. You know, I remember us playing multiple sports growing up.
Right.
T-ball, baseball, whatever sport they had going on at the park, we played it. But at what point did you know that basketball was going to be your sport?
To be very honest with you, just growing up in Parkway East in the little area, the hood area in Pompano, down the street from West Side, it was Mitchell Moore.
Right there.
And we would hook the crake up to the stairway.
Okay.
And I used to be out there playing with the boys and my brother Andre and all the guys, Nick Davis and anybody you can name that stayed parties or in the outside would come in and play on the crate. And I'll be the only girl out there playing. And I was like 9, 10 years old, and I'm playing on the crate.
Hanging with them, though.
Yeah, and I didn't know I can play. I'm just out there until Coach Holly or Coach Jimmy Porter from Collier City, they was like, you know, hey, I want you to play on the team. And then it went from there to the Boys and Girls Club with Greg Jones. Okay. And that's when I really started developing left hand, right hand at a young age, playing with the guys. Only girl on the team now. Like on the boys and girls team, when they merged them, only girl on the team. And I learned the fundamentals at with Greg Jones. He coached Jimmy Overstreet and all those guys. Darrell Stevens. So I was on their team, and I really, Antoine Johnson here. So I started at Collier City Park, played with them, but then really got aggressive when I went to the Boys and Girls Club. So that's why all this comes back on raising the village. They came in and they molded me, and you guys made me tough. Like, I didn't play with girls. I played with the guys. Whatever sports it was, I played with the guys. I didn't want to play with the girls. I was like, no, I don't want to play with them. I want to play with these boys. Not because I was being fresh, but I just wanted to play with the boys because I was competitive and I wanted them to make me tough. So I have to credit every guy that I played with, even you, when whatever sports it was, because you guys didn't take it easy on me. We were just out there playing. And
now, one thing that you always mention also within everything you talk about is family. How important was it to have that family support behind you? Because it felt like no matter what you did, it was a support system behind you.
My grandmother, who's no longer here, Miss Emma, Lily Pearl, my mom, Miss Greaves. Those are the people that's not here, but they the one who, I'm talking about if I need to fly out to Spokane, Washington, to all these camps and local camps and national camps, they will put their money behind me and pay for everything. So I that was the support that they seen the vision. They're not here to see it, but they dropped the nuggets in me and they put all the resources and the money behind that to support me in whatever I was doing. So they seen it, I just didn't see it. Yeah.
And it's so amazing how they poured into you and you didn't know what they was pouring into yet.
Right. I didn't know.
And now you pouring into people.
Exactly.
So that's how like the gift keeps on giving, huh?
Right. Yeah.
Who would you say from your family support, your community support system, was that person that really solidified for you like basketball is going to be your ticket?
My brother.
Your brother?
Andre, Jit. I followed him everywhere he went. I even wanted to play football. Like I literally used to cry because I wanted to play football for Collier City. He'll be out there. I'll go out there, be in the dirt and the grass in Collier City. Oh, I'm out here, and they will play with. My family would say, let her go. We know we're not gonna let her play. But let her go to conditioning and do what she got to do. And then it was time to get the pads. It was funny. I would be in line ready to get some pads.
Lined up.
And they were like, shit, girl, she's not going to go out there. And then I would cry. I'm like, oh, why I can't play? And my brother never said, you don't need to be out here with the boys. You don't need. He egged me on to say, come on, you can play. You come, you know. So he was the one who we go out there and dribble the ball when we was little. He's 3 years older than me, so we would dribble. We'll play one-on-one. So, you know, and my baby brother, he wasn't. He was too young to be out there with us, but it was always me and also my brother Ozell, who passed away.
Okay.
So it was all us, and just them two being competitive with me, and we'll go out there by ourselves, us three,
Yeah.
and play on cans, and we'll shoot, and they'll tell me, shoot like this, shoot like this. So
Yeah.
it was my brothers.
Tell you what, I'm gonna say this to you, brother. I don't know if you're training anybody now, but the training that you put in definitely paid off. So now we transition out of basketball. We getting older. You've been overseas, Germany,
Yeah.
playing a little pro ball. Now you're back home. Now it's regular life.
Yeah, regular life.
So what does that transition from that phase in life into regular life feel like?
It's your mindset, because some people don't like to let basketball go. But when you know your purpose and your God-given purpose, and you say, what is life after basketball? What I did was I prayed and asked God, tell me what I need to do next. And it was to help others. And so that falls up on the servanthood, and being that not just the youth, but anybody that you come across in life. So I used my degree and got into education. But I like, even not just education, but I always liked the special need kids.
Okay.
I always wanted to help somebody who couldn't help themselves. So, I never looked at the money, because I have a degree. I can go be a regular teacher. So, no, I want to help the ones who can't help themselves, the babies who need the medical help as well.
Okay.
Behind the scenes. So, and they're very fragile, but they give. It's trust me, it's wonderful. Some people, you gotta have a gift to really teach these kids and be in their presence, and that was that's where I went at. And I never had a not being arrogant, I never had a financial hardship ever, because my gift was on giving, service, whatever it was. So God has been taking care of me because I've been taking care of other people. So that was life after basketball.
It's always amazing. Like, the more people I talk to, the more I understand the importance of pouring into your gift and really seeking out what your gift is and trying to find that understanding. And when you pour into it, because it's God-given, you'll never lack.
Yeah, you'll never lack.
That's amazing. And the more we sit here and the more we talk, the more I realize how much was poured into you from family and ones who can be considered family to you also. How important was Coach Greaves in your development, not only as a basketball player, but as a person that developed into a great basketball player?
Well, she taught us to, stay focused, get in our education. Something that when I was coming out of middle school and, in the hood, I just wanted to play around. I was like, I'm good. I can just play basketball. I ain't got this. She was like, sister girl, you ain't going nowhere with no 1 point something, And I didn't know that until she sat down, and then my mom had to real mom say, I'm giving her in the hands of you. You got out of 8th grade to go to the night, the T9 pro, so I'm going to let you handle her. So Ms. Greaves taught us how to be a lady outside of basketball. To carry ourselves and conduct ourselves with respect, good sportsmanship, education, and discipline, and hard work. That nothing comes easy. And she really installed that in us as women. So when you see not just me, and you see all the other women that played up on her years ago, and they're still here now, and they're doing great things. I want to shout out to them too. The former basketball players that's doing great now. So, and that's came up under Lydia Greaves. You see the product right here. Here I am now, a product of her. And I thank God, and I'm sure if she was here, she'll probably be smiling.
She would be.
Yeah. So. Salute to Coach Lillian Greaves.
Now, for people who aren't familiar with Pompano and Parkway East, in the outside world, it wouldn't be the most ideal place to grow up in. But you still found a way to not let that be a part of who you are. Even though it was a part of the culture of growing up in the environment, there were still always felt like with you, there was a certain level of mental separation that was happening. What was it in you that didn't allow your environment to completely dictate how you were going to end up?
My nieces and nephews. I don't have kids right now. I'm planning on having some one day.
Y'all heard her.
One day, yeah. But my nieces and nephews, you know, when you have, and my little cousins, so when you have little youth people and kids looking up to you and saying, you know, Auntie, I heard you used to be like this. So I say, you know what, I can't let my legacy die like this, you know, just in stagnant. Like, I have to leave something greater. So they'll be proud. So that was the kicker of, I got to do more. I got to do more because they're watching. It's not about me. It's about them. It's about the little cousins and nieces and nephews. And, you know, if you talk to them right now, I was surprised when I did, you know, another one. It's like, what's up with your auntie? And they went to talking. I was like, okay, I had a little tear out because you won't know what you mean to that generation. And you got to remember, we all got to get out of here. So if you hear what they're saying now and they're young, you know, you have done your job. You know, so that's just like with grandma. She's proud of you. So she was like, you know, my legacy in good hands. You know, my children, you get what I'm saying? So you want to mimic those pioneers from Pompano. You know, I pay attention now, Pompano. So I look at Miss Dr. Gillis and I look at, you know, so many others, and I look at them and I say, you know what? I want to be the one in my family that, you know, mimic the pioneers of Pompano. So when I'm gone, I'll be a pioneer one day. So and that's how that is.
I'm always amazed at like the full circle of things of how, you know, what you pour into somebody at some point it's gonna spill out of them. You know, and it was so much poured into you that the outside didn't know. They didn't know. That nobody had a clue. One, because you came from such a humble upbringing and it wasn't taught to you to go out and try to brag about it or show it off. It was, nah, this is something that you're gonna pour back when it's your turn to pour back in. And man, I think it's amazing.
I appreciate it.
So, you know, with all that has been discussed as far as the importance and the significance of you in the city of Pompano as someone that shined in every spotlight, someone that always had the spotlight on her. I was told of a phrase one time about planets and stars and how it's a million stars out there, but there's only so many planets. And how special it has to be a planet among stars. But it's only a couple planets.
A couple planets.
And you definitely are one of those planets.
I appreciate you. I appreciate it.
Now, with that being said, how does it feel knowing that you are a planet among stars?
Just coming to grips with what you're saying and what others are saying now, because my ear is open now. You know how you can, you hear how good you is, you hear how great you was, you hear that you're doing all this. I'm a person, because I'm so humble, I'm like, yeah, I was good. I'm starting to accept my flowers and accept what people are saying, because it's best to receive these accolades and flowers and like you just said, the planet among stars, because at one point I won't be able to hear it, so I get emotional. So for you to say that, I'm grateful.
Me too. Me too. It is one phrase that I heard you say that kind of touched me a little bit. So we got to touch on it a little bit.
Okay.
I don't mean to get too serious in the interview.
No,
I know we having fun.
You fine.
But and I don't want to misquote it, but it went along the lines of saying how rock bottom was the foundation that you used to build on.
Yeah. Rock bottom meaning some in life, you know, we deal with obstacles and roadblocks, and some people have no, not some people, because everybody that I know is great, or doing something with a purpose and plan. They had to go through hardship, and some people have lost the game of life because they couldn't bounce back. And that quote resonate with me because after I left overseas, I tore my Achilles.
Okay.
And I could have just that was rock bottom. And then mama had cancer, she died. You get what I'm saying? So like you. So stuff like that, and you know you beat all that.
Yeah.
So, you know, just bouncing back from, you know, just losing parents, you know, brothers, you know, mentors, and you know what I mean by that, like brother, mama, daddy, and I could have just like, that's it.
But you didn't.
Yeah. So I took that, and that's what that quote for. You build upon those foundations of rock bottom. And so here I am now, still going. You know what I'm saying? Because not saying I don't have emotions. Eventually you see that, but you still have to pick yourself up and say, I got to keep going. I got nieces and nephews. So, you know, so with the grace of God, strength, you know, that's what that quote was for. So,
thank you. Thank you. So, with that being said, I'm honored to be witness to a real life hero. There are heroes in all of our cities. Let's make sure that they know that we know. So today, I'm letting you know that you are a hero to me.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Pompano Beach, Florida.
And we out.
Thank you.